Long Island's strength lies in the fact that all these different types of venues successfully coexist. It's not dominated by just one model.
Right.
You have the meticulously restored, the Paramount, Westbury, doing that high-end intimate thing really well. You have the massive outdoor places like Jones Beach owning the summer tour tradition. And then crucially, you have that dedicated underground scene, those specific genre spots, keeping the local pulse alive. It's the combination that defines it.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're kind of heading out east, hopping on the LIRR, metaphorically speaking anyway.
Right. Yeah.
We're exploring the live music world of Long Island, New York. And we've got a whole stack of venue profiles, some history, and really interestingly, these best-of lists going back, over 10 years?
Yeah, quite a bit of data. And our mission really is to take all that and figure out what Long Island's musical identity actually is. Because it's a place of extremes, isn't it? You've got these like 15,000-seat outdoor giants, and then these tiny, 200-person clubs, almost like speakeasies. Understanding that contrast, that choice between huge scale and like super curated intimacy, that's key to the whole island's vibe, I think.
And right off the bat, looking at these awards, you see this battle almost.
Oh, absolutely.
Two huge venues just constantly fighting for that best concert venue title. And they could not be more different. So yeah, digging into those best concert venue awards, like from 2012 up to 2025, it really is a story of two places. The Paramount in Huntington and Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater out in Wantagh.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how voters seem so split on what best even means. So on one hand, you've got the Paramount. It's indoors, opened relatively recently, 2011.
Okay.
And it just, boom, became the top club venue pretty fast. They really focus on, amazing sound, top-notch lighting, all in a pretty tight space. Holds just under 1,600 people.
73 to be exact from the notes.
Yeah.
Still intimate for big names.
Exactly. That capacity is the magic, kind of. You get these major artists. Ed Sheeran's played there, Pitbull, Billy Joel.
Right.
In a room where you actually feel connected, not miles away.
And you mentioned Billy Joel. I'm going to pause on that. He actually called it the best club that's ever been on Long Island.
I mean, that's massive, right? Coming from Mr. Long Island himself.
Huge validation. And it's not just the main room, is it? The sources mention other spaces.
Yeah, it's designed as this whole upscale experience. There's the Founders Room, which is like a 1920s speakeasy.
Cool.
There's Spotlight, which is part art gallery, part bar. And Ella's for like curated food and sometimes acoustic sets. They're selling the whole night out, not just the concert.
Very polished, high-end package.
Definitely. And its wins reflect that 4 years in a row, 2021 through 2024.
The streak.
But then you have Jones Beach Theater, the complete opposite philosophy.
This is the behemoth, right? The outdoor spectacle on the
Exactly.
wall.
Huge outdoor amphitheater right there on Zacks Bay. Holds 15,000 people.
15,000. That's a different universe.
Totally. And it consistently wins, too, 2020, 2018, which was even a national award winner, 2015, 2013, 2012.
So they trade blows pretty evenly over the years.
They really do. And here, the draw isn't intimacy, obviously. It's the ultimate summer ritual. Big national tours swinging through. And those legendary annual shows like Jimmy Buffett used to do, Dave Matthews Band. Fans showing up at dawn, apparently.
Wow, that's dedication.
It is. It's that whole communal beach party thing, singing along with, what did the source say? Sand in your toes.
Yeah, that captures it. So if you're on Long Island, the big choice is basically slick, state-of-the-art indoor club or epic, 15,000-strong outdoor beach party tradition.
That's pretty much the fundamental divide at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, stepping back from just those two, Long Island's music history runs deep, and a lot of it is tied up in these amazing old theaters that they've kept alive.
Yeah, that's a great point. Which brings us to the Patchogue Theater for the Performing Arts.
Yeah.
Because they actually broke the Paramount's winning streak for 2025.
Right. And talk about history. This place opened way back in 1923. Originally Ward England's theater, it's been a cultural anchor for centuries.
100 years. Wow.
And the key is they haven't just coasted on that history. It's a nonprofit now, the biggest theater in Suffolk County, about 1,100 seats. And they've really invested. State-of-the-art sound system put in back in 2004. Then in 2016, they redid the seating, made it more spacious, better sightlines.
So respecting the history but keeping the experience modern, that makes sense why it would resonate.
Exactly. It shows a real commitment.
Okay, and then there's, this story's kind of wild. Flag Star at Westbury Music Fair. The origin is, it opened in 1956 in an old lime pit.
As a tent.
Believe it or not, yeah, a tent they put up for just like $120,000.
That's amazing.
And what's really cool historically is the design. It was built as a theater in the round.
So the stage is in the middle.
Right, which means everyone gets a pretty clear, close view. Holds nearly 3,000 people, but it feels intimate because of that setup. Plus, it kept production costs down back then, no complex sets needed.
But I saw a note about a slight issue involving airplanes.
Yeah, get this. Back when it was still a tent, apparently the noise from jets landing at JFK because it was right on the flight path was a major problem.
No way. Trying to hear a quiet song over a 707. Can you imagine? Must have been challenging.
Definitely adds character. And Westbury, talk about sponsorship changes.
Oh man, yeah. It's like a history lesson in corporate branding. It was Westbury Music Fair, then North Fork Theater, then Capital One Bank Theater, then NYCB Theater at Westbury.
Wow.
And now, since March 2024, it's Flagstar at Westbury Music Fair. The names change, but the round stage remains.
It really shows how the business side shifts, even when the venue itself endures.
Absolutely. And of course, you still need the really big places too. There's Nassau Coliseum for those massive arena tours, 16,000 capacity.
The true arena scale.
And another interesting one is the space at Westbury. That was originally a 1927 movie theater.
Another historic reuse.
Yeah, and they renovated it specifically so no seat is more than 60 feet from the stage. Again, using that history to create intimacy. It's a recurring theme.
Okay, so we've got the giants, the historic theaters. But what about the real pulse? The places where local bands play, where the next big things might be starting out. Where does someone go for that context?
Right, the ground level. And this is where you see real dedication to specific genres, specific scenes.
Like punk and hardcore. I saw Amityville Music Hall mentioned a lot for that.
Exactly. Amityville is kind of ground zero for that raw, energetic punk rock, hardcore sound on the island. And what's really important is that they often do 16-plus shows.
Okay, that's key for younger fans.
It's vital. It's how you actually build and sustain a scene, bringing in the next generation, not just booking bands who are already big.
That focus on access is huge. Staying with clubs. Patchogue seems to have a few hot spots. 89 North won an award in 2019.
Yeah. And its story is interesting, too. It was started by rock fans who were kind of fed up with the local options at the time.
Okay.
So they focused on creating a place with a friendly vibe, really good sound and lights, and crucially, it's right near the train station, the LIRR. Easy access.
Convenience matters.
Definitely. And also in Patchogue, you've got Stereo Garden. This place is huge, 20,000 square feet.
Whoa.
And it's in another historic building, a 1940s roller rink.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, high ceilings, no columns blocking views, great for bigger events and concerts, but still with that historic shell, merging old and new again.
But the real legend, historically speaking, has to be my father's place in Roslyn.
Oh, absolutely. Undisputed heavyweight champ of Long Island music history. Back in the 70s, the 80s, it was the place for up-and-coming acts.
Like serious future stars played there early on. Springsteen, Billy Joel.
The list goes on and on. It was legendary. It closed down in 87, which was a huge blow.
But it's back now.
It is. They revived it recently, which is fantastic news for the island's music culture. And they deliberately kept it small capacity, around 200, 250 maybe?
Wow, tiny.
Yeah, specifically to capture that original intimate vibe that helped launch those careers. It's this amazing link between past and present.
That's really special. Okay, and then there's the whole bar scene, right? Where music and socializing mix.
Definitely. Can't forget the bar circuit.
Kehe's in Wanta.
It's been around since 1965.
Long time.
It's a bigger spot, like 800 capacity, high energy, lots of top tribute bands. But they also pull in some pretty big classic rock names, too. Joan Jett, Weezer have played there, apparently.
So a party vibe.
Very much so. And then you have places mixing music with, like, serious food and drink offerings. American Standard Whiskey Bar and Grill in Bay Shore.
Sounds of scale.
Yeah, caters to the discerning drinker, the source says. Over 250 whiskeys and bourbons.
Whoa.
And they have local musicians playing every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so music is part of the atmosphere.
The award for maybe most dedicated local bar might go to Fadley's, also in Patchogue since '73. Famous for sandwiches and something about beer.
Huh, yes. This is brilliant. According to the source material, Fadley's has this tradition. If you drink 100 beers there,
100 beers.
they put your name on the wall, like enshrine it for posterity.
Wait, seriously, immortality through beer consumption.
That seems to be the deal. It kind of tells you a lot about the dedication to the bar experience there, maybe just as much as the music. It's legendary in its own right.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the show, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about People's Pub in Bayport. What a fantastic restaurant. They've got a great stage area, Phenomenal lighting and recording system. Sound system is impeccable. In fact, they have some great celebrity acts coming through besides the local talent. I believe it's open from Wednesday through Sunday. They have a beautiful garden area outside. The Ring House, the proprietor, has been a real proponent of live music. So check it out on the South Shore, People's Pub in Bayport. Now back to you.
That is amazing. Okay, so it's clear Long Island isn't just rock clubs in big amphitheaters. There's support for other stuff too, right? More niche genres.
No, definitely. There's a real depth there, catering to specific cultural tastes. If you're looking beyond rock, you find these dedicated venues.
Like for jazz, I saw the Jazz Loft in Stony Brook mentioned.
Yeah, the Jazz Loft is a great example. Since 2016, it's become this real hub, not just performances, but also education. They run programs. They have exhibits with tons of jazz memorabilia.
So more than just a venue, it's like a cultural center for jazz.
Exactly, a true destination for fans of the genre.
And what about classical music or other performing arts?
There are places focused on that too. The Bolton Center in Bayshore promotes itself as Long Island's most intimate live entertainment venue.
Okay.
They do a mixed jazz, classical, tribute acts, focusing on that intimate feel. And then at Stony Brook University, you have the Stoller Center for the Arts.
The university connection.
Yeah, and it offers different scales, a big main stage, about 1,000 seats, perfect for orchestras, and a smaller recital hall, maybe 300 seats, which is ideal for chamber music. So these institutions provide that crucial support for the traditional arts.
And then geographically, you get surprises out east in the Hamptons, right? Stephen Talkhouse in Amagansett sounds tiny.
It is, described as small, rustic, super laid-back vibe.
But it's hosted who now?
Get this, Paul McCartney, members of the Rolling Stones. Massive, massive names have played this tiny rustic bar out in Amagansett.
That contrast is just, it's peak Long Island, isn't it? Global icons in a super local, unpretentious spot.
Perfectly sums up the unexpected depth. And you also have things like Alive on 25 in Riverhead during the summer.
The outdoor festival thing?
Right, basically turning Main Street into this big, bustling festival. Live music, food trucks, local vendors. The whole community becomes the venue. It shows how music integrates into the broader culture. Hashtag outro.
Okay, wow. So we've gone from 15,000 at Jones Beach down to like 200 at my father's place, from punk clubs to university recital halls. If you had to boil it down, what's the core takeaway for someone trying to understand Long Island's music scene?
I think the main thing is that Long Island's strength lies in the fact that all these different types of venues successfully coexist. It's not dominated by just one model.
Right.
You have the meticulously restored, the Paramount, Westbury, doing that high-end intimate thing really well. You have the massive outdoor places like Jones Beach owning the summer tour tradition. And then crucially, you have that dedicated underground scene, those specific genre spots like Amityville Music Hall for punk or 89 North for rock, keeping the local pulse alive. It's the combination that defines it.
So ultimately, that best venue debate between the Paramount and Jones Beach, it really is just a matter of taste, isn't it? Your personal definition of the perfect concert experience.
Pretty much. Do you want the 15,000-person beach party or the 1,600-person club that Billy Joel loves? Both are valid best choices, depending on what you value.
Which leads to maybe one last thought. We talked a lot about capacity, big names, rock and roll spectacle, but you mentioned something interesting when we were prepping. The winner for Best Concert Venue back in 2017.
Right. Yeah, that was Adelphi University Performing Arts Center in Garden City.
A college venue winning over all the big commercial players.
Exactly. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Adelphi's venue is known more for its diverse arts programming, its community focus, maybe accessibility, rather than just booking the biggest rock bands.
So what does it say that Long Islanders themselves voted that the best?
It suggests that maybe, just maybe, beyond the headliners and the sheer scale, what the local community might value most is that commitment to diverse arts, to education, to being accessible. Perhaps that community connection counts for more than we sometimes assume when just looking at ticket sales. Something to mull over, definitely.